What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Real Estate Lab podcast, where four realtors get together to talk about all things real estate. Let's go ahead and introduce ourselves. My name is Crystal, Keller Williams Realty, Austin Northwest Market Center. Ian?
Me? Oh, yeah. I go by Ian of oh my gosh, Ian of everything on Austin. Ian of Austin on all things on the internet. Liberty.
Hi, everybody. What's up? I'm Liberty Walker, Realtor, Austin specialist. Just hit me up. What's up? I'm excited.
What's up, everybody? JJ Tolentino with the Next Level Property Group, also at Keller Williams Northwest Market Center, ready to talk about today's topic.
All right, let's get to it. So just a little introduction, or actually a little correction. I know that the title is different than what we're actually going to talk about. I just thought it was better to talk about realtor myths rather than, business etiquette. So today we're going to talk about myths that a lot of people and future clients might have about realtors. Some people think we might be too busy or we get paid too much. So we'll be talking about whether these myths are actually true or not. And so we're going to go ahead and just break these misconceptions and tell people the actual truth. So the first myth that I want to talk about is realtors are too busy. They are juggling too many buyers and sellers at once. JJ, what do you have to say about that?
I noticed the echo comment, so I don't know if that's...
Yeah, let us know if the echo has gone away. I think my volume might be up a little high.
I don't hear an echo.
I don't hear one either.
All right, let's go ahead.
All right, so are we too busy? I would say yes, we're busy. Sure, I see Yolda with a Q&A, but we're never too busy to hear you out is my point. Like, of course, we're running businesses and talking to a lot of people in this market, super, super crazy. And I think it's still give your realtor, any of us, a shot. And I think it's worth talking about. But yes, we're busy, but not too busy for you. And if we are too busy for you, I think we would tell you that. And I think that's worth talking about because all realtors have different businesses and we're pretty much a business. Like, is Torchy's too busy? But are you willing to wait in line to make that happen? Like we could work through this, and we have our systems, we have our teams. I think it's worth a conversation. We're not too busy to talk real estate.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and I like that you mentioned systems because I feel like if we have if your realtor has the right systems, then they are most likely going to be able to juggle everybody way better than most.
Right.
Yes,
Ian?
I cannot agree more. I think there's a difference between being busy and also like servicing clients too, because you can be busy. I mean, you can be like running around busy with one client, but if you, like Crystal said, have your systems in place, and Torchy's is a great example because there's a cook there. They have someone taking orders, and a lot of real estates are a part of teams where they have delegated tasks to different people. And so you just really need to ask your realtor. I always, whenever I was shopping for realtors, I would ask them straight up, are you too busy to take on new clients? Are you taking on new clients?
Yeah. You look like you want to say something.
I'm going to take a different approach. Okay. I think that it's a delicate topic because when someone asks me that question, my first thought is, they're going to really be they're going to need a lot of assistance, and I'm okay with that. But it puts that in my mind. It's going to be a hand-holding situation.
Yeah.
That's okay. But I have to understand that might be 20% of my time. And if I have, 80% already filled with clients, then I need to understand that. So I think everyone touched on it as far as systems, as far as being adaptable. I think that's really important. If we're in a meeting like this and we're getting a text message, taking a moment to say yes or no, or I'll call you back, and then remembering to do so, all of those are relevant. So never too busy to have a discussion to see where you're at. Never too busy to coordinate and work with other realtors. Never too busy to get you set up on the right path to home ownership. But a lot of people just they're not ready. I think that's huge. A lot of people are not ready, and they think they are. They found a house on Zillow and they're like, okay, what's next? And it's like, okay, you're not even like step 1, like at step 0.5.
Yeah.
And that's okay, because everybody's got to start somewhere. It's just that type of client takes a little more love, and it's hard to keep up sometimes when every client needs a lot of love.
Right.
It's rare that I have 2 clients that are in the exact same step of the process.
It's a good point.
I mean, I can only think of one time where I was actually helping 2 different clients make offers on the same property. Like, that's only happened once. But I feel like that's really, really rare. Everything else, and that's just because our inventory is so low, like, there aren't a lot of options out there. But
Right. And let's see, that brings me to the second myth, where, people don't think we do enough when we're actually working pretty hard to find you the best home and get you the best deal. So the second myth is realtors don't do anything. Why should I hire them? What do you guys have to say about that?
Liberty's got a big smile. She's got something to say.
This one like digs me deep. Like, it's like it hurts when I hear this one. When they say, "Oh, I found my own house on Zillow. What are you going to do? Like, why do I need you?" And I say, when you find the house, that's when the work starts for me. I mean, sure, like, I'm helping people find coming soons these days because it's harder. But typically, you could go out, do some Googling, realtor.com, find a house. But that's where the real work starts, negotiating the contracts and, supplying vendors for inspectors and insight and talking with your lender. I mean, I think we do a lot. We do more than most professional. I don't know. What do you think, Ian? Before I say something.
We do more than heart surgeons.
Oh, that's good.
I think we do get surgical with stuff. I say that for real.
I think we wear a lot of hats, and I don't think like literally and figuratively. I think we do wear a lot of hats, and I don't know if people really understand all that it takes if they've never gone through the process or never been in the environment. I've gone with clients just to look at houses. I'm serious, like just to go look at houses, and they can't hang for more than a couple hours. And I'm 14 hours in. I'm like, okay, we have 3 more. You ready? They can't do it. And that's just one day. Right. And I think they don't understand the level of energy it takes. Just that's part of it. And then there's all the work that comes after. Right. There's all the paperwork, all the negotiation. Like you said, it's just
not to mention all the work we did to get the buyer there, to get the seller there,
Yeah.
We got a question. Aw. I mean, how do you guys feel about this? My first thought is that it's not really going to be a problem because you have a house. There's so many people that can't get a house.
Congratulations for your
congratulations. That's what that is. Congratulations. I don't think you can go wrong.
You want to read it for the listeners that didn't read it?
Yes. Thanks, JJ. For anybody who's on Spotify or Apple or Google Podcasts, we got a question from Yuldiz Ibrahim. And she says, I went under contract for a new construction it's due around May this year, as I was rushing to get a house in this insanely hot market. Now, kind of worried if I made the right choice. Uh-oh. Wow.
Take it.
Ooh.
So
No,
she ended up
you made
landing
the right
a
choice.
1.7 acre build with Drees in Crystal Falls. Yes, please. Sorry, let me shut up.
Yeah, sign me up.
Wow.
Hey, if you have cold feet, maybe we can.
Yeah, I know, right? Gosh. I have so many people that want to be in your shoes right now. Very good. Very good.
Congratulations. I think that you can definitely, when you're making these decisions, and that's another thing that your realtor can do for you, is to give you the confidence.
This is money conversation, y'all.
When you do go under contract, that's why you have a realtor to give you advice in those times, so that you don't feel like you might have made the wrong choice. Which from what she's saying, it seems like it is a great spot.
Yeah, take it. I mean, like, here's the thing. Yeah, there might be a bubble on the horizon. I'm not going to say it's bulletproof, but a realtor can tell you they could overbuild there later. There could be the pending foreclosures from all the, moved around lending. It's possible, so it's not bulletproof, but it's solid, and I think it's pretty solid. You have to get your foot in the door. So it's not 100%, but I like it. And I think it's worth something when a realtor could explain how they perceive the market, how they see, how migration and population growth and job employment looks.
And if you plan to stay there for 5 to 10 years, I mean, I don't see there being much negative at all.
Yeah, very long term. You got to go long term with this. Don't think, 2-3.
Ian wants to talk.
I'm going to say with that builder and that location, I would say 7 out of 10 of my calls are for that area.
Drees is one of my top 3 builders.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
you did very well.
If you do get cold feet, we got offers ready.
Right. Sorry, Crystal. Where are we at, Crystal?
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I want to take it back to that the realtors have multiple hats or roles, because we are dealing with multiple different types of people, as in like buyers, sellers, investors, commercial maybe, and so we have to learn and deal with and also sort of figure out how to navigate and facilitate all those types of transactions. So I do agree, we do quite a bit.
I don't know if you guys have ever had this experience, but have you ever had an experience where you looked at the person that you were dealing with and thought they're crazy? You ever thought that?
Yes.
When I'm looking in the mirror, brushing my teeth, that's what I think, Ian.
That's it.
Well, and I mean, I think I've told this story before. I've been in the situation where I was fired, or not fired, the transaction had closed because I sold a house for more than it was worth faster than the seller wanted.
And they're like, that was too fast.
Because they were trying to time their move. I was like, you can't time, what? For real? Yeah. So people are crazy. And we deal with a lot of things that we don't tell anyone. And that is worth something. Oh my goodness. Check this out. Super sticker.
Man, that is the second time we've gotten that, y'all. Thank you so much.
See, that's value, real value.
We got to put that into like a charity or something.
That's a good idea. Comments.
I donate to Austin Pets Alive. That's my.
Pets Alive.
That's where I donate.
Ooh, Austin.
Habitat for Humanity, because it's like real estate related.
Habitat for Humanity. I want to build some houses.
That's what I was thinking, JJ.
What else you got, Crystal?
All right.
I just want to add one thing to that last statement that you made, Crystal. And it's like the image in my mind is that of like a swan gliding on the lake. Like it looks very peaceful and at ease, but underneath those feet are pedaling. Okay.
Like,
where are you going with this?
Ian's reaction.
Crazy people we were talking about?
Yeah, the point is like, I think people love highlights. Like you just want to watch Michael Jordan do his thing. Like why watch him practice for hours on end shooting jump shots? So when people see these like commissions or these closings, that's just the show. Like the real game is, you know, the hours we're studying the market, the showings we're going through, the negotiations, the everything, just like learning the employment and what are the nuances of the contracts, what are the new contracts, what are the trends. You know, there's a lot of that going on behind the scenes, and that's why we get paid the big bucks, not just for like sitting at a closing table.
We say the big bucks, but that's why we get paid what we do, right?
It ain't really that big.
Yeah, so
I was gonna say there's more to that. Yeah.
We get paid bucks.
and
Let's talk about that a little bit.
more reason to why you should hire is because we study this. This is our like bread and butter. So you know, getting our help is, or using us is like you're taking advantage of like getting more information on the market and stuff like that. So we take care of the transaction for you. We help you, guide you through it. But yeah, so in terms of like, you know, those big bucks and why we get paid, another myth was that realtors get paid too much.
Yeah.
I actually had this conversation, respectfully, Mr. Seller, if you're hearing this. I knew he liked football. So I said, hey, do you think all quarterbacks are the same? And is there a reason Tom Brady's getting paid what he gets paid? Well, I'm the Tom Brady. I'm throwing this touchdown in, and that's why I get paid what I get paid. Like, I understand you're talking to maybe another quarterback or another realtor that's willing to do something at a certain commission, but something's getting discounted. Like, there's a reason there's different business models. And I wanted him to understand that, because, and in the end, there's not really a whole lot out there. Like, we could break the 6% down after numerous steps. A realtor could walk away with like 1% or so, basically.
And I also commend buyers and sellers that bring this topic up, because it is negotiable. Like, things are at least for realtors, it's their choice if it is or not.
It is. Yeah, it is.
I mean, if you're a business person, you're searching for a home, and it's something that you think about, I mean, bring it up. Talk to your realtor. Ask them why. Every specific case is different, and I mean, it's not taboo. Like, it's a business transaction. So by all means, because I've worked with people who were intimidated. They didn't know what the commission splits were and didn't know had no context. So definitely talk about it, because we want to enlighten you on what we're using that money for. Where is it going? If you're on the listing side, 6% is sometimes the standard. Why is it 6%, Ian?
Did we go through that? Do y'all want to go through that?
I mean, we might as well.
If you're a buyer, what I love to tell all my buyers is that our services are free of charge.
Yeah, that's a very interesting topic. Buyers don't directly pay realtors.
In Texas, 99% of the time, that's important caveat.
Yeah.
Right.
In Texas.
And directly. I mean, they're like,
yeah,
it's not a direct thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think the percentage being always negotiable, we can't really talk about how much goes where. What we can say is it's generally what we see is there is a percentage paid to the listing broker, and then there's some of that money is paid to the buying agent or buying broker. And so then the broker pays the agents accordingly. So if we were to settle on a number like 6%, then that means one brokerage is getting 3%. The other brokerage is getting 3%.
By the way, that's where the 3% goes to the buy side from the sell side, right? That's where the split occurs.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's broken down into taxes and whatever the split is with the brokerage and or team. So there are a lot of factors and variables in there. I'll tell you.
And that's without the other business expenses like the gas money, the MLS fees, the Austin Board of Realtors, National Association of Realtors.
Yeah, education. Loud.
Yeah, dues.
I don't think people understand how much education realtors have.
And then
I
there's the
just
actual
finished
work that you
one,
do see with
actually.
like, we actually showed up to a lot of showings. We actually negotiated this deal out. And then we got to feed our family. That's why it gets watered down to, let's just say, 1% or so in that example.
Yeah.
So when you talk to somebody that's starting to negotiate that percent, it's like, okay, if they're doing it,
Where are they cutting it from?
Yeah. What's going on here?
Yeah.
Long story short, talk to your realtor, talk to
Yes.
us, and we will let you know.
Yeah, there's no shame or harm in asking the question. I'll tell you what does get me. You know what really grinds my gears? When someone buying knows that they have knows that they're not paying a realtor, but then they ask for the money that I'm earning.
Also, when they ask for it like deeper into the deal, I've had that happen. I understand maybe you didn't have it all together, but from our perspective, that's a little too late in the game. Like, if you're gonna bring it up, at least at the beginning, so we could have that conversation, because we're starting to put the deal together at that point.
I think the reason why people do that is because there's a tactic where they'll get all the information they think they need from you and try to get all the answers, and then they'll come in and try to change the price because they feel like they've already gotten the value that they can get. And so I'm at the point where I don't even tolerate that. I'm not going to sit on the phone with somebody for 3 hours anymore. I used to do that. I used to love just being there for people. And I do love being there for people. But I can smell when someone's trying to take advantage and waste my time for other clients that I have to spend a lot of time with. I'd much rather spend it with people who appreciate it.
Yeah, there's something about it. It's like, I'm going to bring up Torchy's again, kind of like eating a taco and then just being like, I ate a quarter of this, but can I actually get this? There's already a little bit of work and you already kind of consume some of it at some point. Like, what is happening here? But I've calmly like, hey, I understand this is like a super weird conversation, but we could talk through it. Let's figure something out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, we have these same conversations with the people that are negotiating, whether we're on the listing side or the buying side. We have the same conversation on your behalf. So don't feel bad asking the question. But if we say, no, we can't do that, or I don't do that, then expect that answer. And that's fine.
There are also times where like someone would come to me and be like, well, this realtor did this for someone else. Can you do the same? And I was like, well, I feel like every real estate business runs differently, and that's just not how I run the business.
It's like Redfin. People see Redfin and they're like, "Whoa, listing fees are only X%." It's like, here's the thing.
I didn't know we were going to be calling out.
Well, I only said X%, right? But it says X%.
Yes.
If, and then there's a small note at the bottom.
Right.
And then it doesn't tell you about any of the marketing tactics, and there's a lot that's missing. Did you know that they prioritize their houses on their websites? And so if it's not on their website or not listed by them or a different house, then it's bumped down at the bottom. Stuff like that.
Makes sense to me.
It does make sense.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I could totally see why they would do that.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. They want to put theirs first. They don't care about you.
They're like doing that. Yeah.
All right, where are we at?
Well, do you guys have any other myths besides the 3 that we just mentioned that you hear a lot lately? I mean, being in the real estate industry, I'm sure you guys hear a lot of things.
This is my favorite one. I should be in real estate. I love showing houses.
Yeah, mine is kind of like along these lines.
First,
I feel like when I hear that, I'm just like, sure, if you think it's for you, I will say it's not easy, or else everyone would be doing it.
I love this. You want to read it? Who wants to read it? Liberty, Crystal.
I'll read it.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So Mark K said, signed a contract for new build in Ventana Santa Rita Ranch last month. Our realtor got 3%. What should we expect from the realtor to do, since all updates seem to come from the sales side?
Ooh,
that's a very interesting question.
Because, you would think that you're going with the new builds. What is your realtor going to do? Let me just tell you, Okay. I feel like
Let 'em have it.
when you have a new build, you need a realtor even more than when you're doing a resale.
I agree. I agree with that. And that we can
I
get into.
agree.
I have to fight tooth and nail for my clients with a new build all the time. We show up, there's some weird stuff that's going on. Like you have to have somebody on your side. So they're going to review everything, the contract, the paint colors. They're going to do a walkthrough. They're going to make sure that you are having a proper inspection, or at least have the option for one that's not an inspector that's hired by the builder. Just stuff like that. So you really ask your realtor whatever you want, whatever, and ask them if they need help. If you need help with anything, you're not alone.
I would expect your realtor to watch this part of the podcast to see what's up.
If you're only getting updates by the sales side, then that means your realtor needs to step it up a bit.
I mean, I can see the building updates. They're going to get weekly updates.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In terms of in terms of construction, I have it does go. So the construction managers do go. They update the sales reps directly, and I'm guessing that's why they get those updates. Yeah. Oh, so Mark K says, by the way, not mad, just still confused.
We're not mad at you, Mark. We're not mad at you.
Well, yeah, your realtor should, and probably still like figuring it out. And, they should at least explain what's going on. Like to explain what Liberty said, you need this more in this case. To me, when you do a resale, that thing is built. That inspection is inspecting a property that's there. That's just very black and white. When you do new construction, you spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on a piece of paper. That thing ain't even there. So you have expectations, the builder has expectations, and then there's gonna, whatever like is in the middle of that. So the realtor has to be there to make sure everybody's back on the same page, because you just bought a paper that's supposed to be a house. That's the best way to sum that up.
I would invite your realtor to go with you through the walkthroughs. I would invite your realtor to, ask their advice on the contracts that you're looking at and the timelines. And if anything weird goes on, like they're extending closings or they're putting rocks in where there need to be grass. I mean, there's so many different things that come up.
Yeah. Like I've had builders where, I tell my buyers heads up, you're buying a piece of paper. So these things could happen where, the countertops, they ran out of the material. So now we're going to switch to another countertop. That's in the contract. Or, because this particular lot is a certain way, we had to shrink, this walkway by a couple inches. And these are things that your realtor should be communicating with you just so you understand how all this is coming together and you feel safe about it being built. Because if the seller's updating you, that's the seller updating you. You just need a filter where your representation is taking those updates and updating you. It's as simple as that.
Yep. All right.
I think there's a lot of opportunity there for realtors and clients to work together. I don't know that it's always explored. So an example is, sure, you're getting a lot of the updates from the sales consultant hired by the builder, and that's great. But who's your sounding board, right? So I generally walk through a lot of at different points during the construction of my client's home. If it's already constructed, it's hard to do that. But I actually love going to the walkthrough. If they're out of state, I'll do a Zoom or a Google Meet with them. I do the blue tape walkthrough. That's probably my favorite thing. And I go and tape everything up. And then, I've helped people move in. I drive their trucks. It doesn't matter to me. I'll do whatever it takes so that they are comfortable because I enjoy it.
And also,
it's a challenging question.
I will say one thing. Another thing too is that a lot of times the builders and the builder's lender are really hard to track down and communicate with. And we're here for you. You pick up the phone and call us, and we're here to talk to those people for you. It's like, I'll call the lender, I'll call the builder, I'll get to the bottom of it. just relax. It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
I had one.
That process is called the contract to close management, where you're checking with the lender, checking with the appraiser, making sure all the deadlines are met so you could hit that closing, because builders do not like late closings. They will nail your tail.
We make sure that the house is, being built like on time. Making sure that they've done the drywall, they've done paint, added the cabinets, the right cabinets. We can go there on site and make sure that they're doing everything correctly.
Yeah.
I've been to many design studio appointments, Mark, and let's just say I've saved people from getting the wrong type of backsplash a few times. Like, I don't, because you're buying, or even the cost that's associated with. I love the low voltage things. Like, are you going to be putting in Cat 6 cable? Well, are you even going to be plugging in your computer to that outlet in the house? Like, those are the types of things people don't always think about. So I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I like to go in and be like, well, can you get this cheaper somewhere else? Do you think this they might actually be overcharging you? So don't.
Gutters.
So I highly recommend you get some certain things not from the builder.
Yeah,
because you can get better deals.
And even like I pay an interior designer,
yes,
Gina Ross and Skylar Brown. I pay for like a consultation, because some of that commission is also still used. I call them like little band-aids for like things to bridge over. It's like I don't know. Like, I like that backsplash, but here, I'll pay for a consultation, like a very introductory. Talk to her. It costs me whatever, but she'll give you a better idea of what's like. I know what I like, but I can't pick stuff. But we're resourceful enough, just like ask your realtor how resourceful they are when it comes to ABC, XYZ.
Yeah. Any last thoughts or answers for this question?
Yeah, we're a little over time.
Yeah, we are a little over time. Liberty, do you have anything to say?
Riled up, but I just think you should have.
I know we could talk about this
No, this is great. This is great.
Yeah, I just like talk to your realtor about like just come prepared with a ton of questions. Like, what do you do with new builds? Like, how's this process look? Are you too busy? Why do you get paid 6%? Like, are you really Tom Brady of this game? Like, what's going on? Like, really like dig into it and just like hear them out, because you're working with this person and they're watching you through a big deal. Like,
y'all ready for this?
Woo! It's Friday.
Oh my gosh!
Oh wow,
Mark, that
another
is
super sticker.
Yeah, man,
Thank you.
Appreciates it. See the
He
money
said he
comes
wants
in.
us to use that one for beers, so we have to honor him.
All right.
So, Santa Rita, we're close.
Thank you, Mark, for the super sticker, and thanks everyone who's watching or listening for tuning in. Just closing thoughts is from me is that realtors do a lot more than you think. We will make time for you, and we have the systems in place to help you achieve and meet all your real estate goals. So feel free to ask us questions, and we'll be there for you.
That's good.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks everybody. Have a great weekend.
Have a good one.